I'm Broad.
I'm Rafiq.
And
this. I'm Cory. I'm out of the loop.
And this is Conversippin. Yeah. I was like, well, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, we usually clink in the end.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Whatever. Well, what do we have? Okay, so we have Crafters Union Pinot Grigio, another canned wine that we're reviewing today to see what it's like. And Cory is going to help taste this wine. I'm so shocked because he does not like wine.
I am a fan.
Not a wine drinker. I know you did this little thing.
Yeah, you gotta aerate the wine.
And smell it. And it still smells like cat pee. Now let's taste it.
That doesn't smell like cabbage. What kind of, actually?
Yeah, it's a no from me.
It's kind of a little clangy smell, but I'm here for it. Put a straw in this, drink this all day.
Yeah. I could do this. I could do this,
Yeah, this is
easily on a boat, wherever I'm at. Just put it where I need it to be.
That's
It'll be
delicious.
good. It'll be good. Easy accessible. I love that. I'm loving the easy accessibility of canned wines. That's what I'm really loving. Cause like
Just
easily
like
put it
it's
in.
canned.
Huh?
Just like it.
Maybe because where I'm from and being poor,
I mean, it's a very pretty can.
It
It is a very pretty can.
I would mistake it as like I really like cider.
Mhm.
I would mistake it as a cider can. But
What is it about wines that you don't enjoy?
I just never had one that I've enjoyed. Well, I take that back. I have had a peach one, but it was just like sugar. I think
I was
it's
gonna say if it's a peach and it was probably like what are those things called? A wine cooler, not an actual.
well, it came out of a full bottle, but
You can still get wine coolers.
Oh.
I mean, mine has just been a sweet peach one.
Like Arbor Mists are considered.
I think
wine
that's
coolers,
the
I
brand
think.
that it was.
So
I
yeah.
I haven't had. They all taste. It's like beer. I don't like beer either, so it's just the alcohol department for me is a no.
Well.
I try it, so. there's
And
that.
we appreciate that.
Well, look, it's life is about trying everything.
I'll try anything twice.
It is about
At least
trying.
twice.
At
That's-
least twice.
You know, that's a really good point. Because the first time might have just been a fluke, so you gotta give it one more time.
Exactly.
You gotta give it one more shot. Like, if a dude's penis is whack, I gotta sleep with him again, at least once. Because the first time just could have been a fluke.
I mean, you're right. It could have been same thing with dating. Like the first date could have just been bad.
Oh,
because,
I never trust first
Yeah.
dates. Especially like first official dates. Like the second informal date, that's really the first date.
Yeah, you're right. Which leads us into what we're going to talk in today. We're going to talk about insecurities. I think if you're human, you have them, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Everyone has them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I went back for it again and it's still a no. I tried it twice though.
I tried it twice.
I did, and it's still a no. So we know for sure now. It's a no.
Well, one day your palate will change and you might like one. It could
Everyone
happen.
says that about beer too,
Yeah.
but it's still.
Well, see, I'm not like beer. I used to not like beer at all. I hated beer.
Yeah.
And as I got older, I started liking it. As I hit 30.
I mean,
Like some people when they hit 30.
The only appealing thing
Oh, I
about
don't know
beer
about
is
that.
it can be cheap, and
Yeah.
it would fit in my budget.
Yeah.
But
Let me say,
I-
cheap beer is not good beer.
any beer is not good beer.
Okay.
But that's a conversation for a different.
All right, so let's get on this topic about insecurities. So, like, our top three, let's say that, our top three insecurities in each of us, and like, I don't know, start with that. Like, who wants to go first? I don't know, do I want to go first?
I said it. I don't know that I have a top three. I have a lot. Can I narrow it down to three?
Okay, I mean, just three in general. You start. Go ahead. Guess first.
Okay. I would say the one that is on my mind the most would be I would consider it weight, like my weight, but not just my weight, like my appearance to other people, how people perceive me.
Perceive you. So it's not your own self-image, it's what you think other people see?
Yes. Like, well, it's kind of both. Like when I look in the mirror, it's not I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's not happiness, it's contentness. Like, I'm okay with me, but could I be better? Hell yeah. But
I think we all strive to be better, but
and especially in the gay community, like I tell people my weight, and they're like, "That is not big at all," and I'm like, "But at my gay weight it is."
Not
Like, I'm happy to. I've been losing weight, and 165 is not bad. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I'm within my BMI for my height, and it's good. But I'm just not happy with that number because it seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that more so your own? Like, I know you mentioned how other people perceive you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it more so what you feel, or is it because of the pressure of other people?
I think it's because of the pressure of others. Like I don't look like them.
Yeah.
What it kind of boils down to, like, what I'm attracted to. Like, I don't look like them.
Okay.
So
All right.
that doesn't.
I get that. So you're saying that what you're attracted to, you don't look like that, but that's what you want to look like because you feel like you should look like that to be with someone that looks like that?
Yes.
Wow. I'm so glad that I like got that through, but it made so much sense in my head. But yeah, okay, all right. I mean, I think I struggle with a bit of that as myself because of, the gay community in general is very judgmental, to say the least. And I feel like we all have a self-image that we feel like we should fit into, but we're in 2020, and 2020 itself has been like a disaster, and it hopefully has opened people's eyes to not everybody's gonna look the same, not everyone's gonna dress the same, be the same, all these things, and I hope it becomes more accepting of loving yourself in your own body without having to make yourself feel that way.
Yeah.
Because that feeling that way is a disaster in itself. It's like having that thought and that feel. It puts a lot of strain and stress on you, and it doesn't help you in the long run to have that in the back of your head, and it's not going to allow you to achieve what you're trying to achieve. So, whoa, okay. Sorry, that like.
But and don't get me wrong, especially more so in the last few months, I am very more comfortable in my own body.
Oh, and that's good.
And like, it wasn't there before, so I think it took, especially in this time of quarantine, like it took this time by myself.
Yeah.
Spending so much time with others, like, but not going out and not having that pressure of outside influences. But I'm happy with me.
But also remember, you're the only one at this table that has an actual relationship going. So.
Okay.
True that.
So you must have something going on for you, boo boo.
It's my ability to stay at home. I mean, I was I call myself a stay-at-home.
I mean, I feel like we're serial singleists.
Yeah. So I don't know. But.
Fine.
Alright, so yeah, I'm not gonna say a good insecurity, it's not a good one, but that's a very valid insecurity that people have, so yeah. Good start,
That's
Cory.
a great start, Cory.
Yeah. We're gonna give someone else a
Okay.
turn.
I've been thinking, so
Yeah.
I'm ready for my next turn if no one steals it.
Dang, he's
I
like
call
on
it
it. Is this show about Brock and Rafik? No, it's Cory time.
Well, you have to remember, I spent so much time behind the camera in the beginning of the show.
He's gonna bring that up.
That I'm getting my time, reclaiming my time.
Reclaiming your time.
I will follow up with your weight insecurity with, wealth. Like I'm very insecure about money in general. When it comes to, the type of house, type of car, type of all those things that I have, well, I would say more so it was like that for a while, but now I've kind of gotten over that, if that makes sense. But it was a big insecurity for me because I used to be judged by the car I drove, the apartment I lived in, various stuff, and like some people didn't want to date me because of those things. I'm like, you don't want to date me because I drive a Honda Civic? Oh, okay, great. What does that say about you to be that type of person that judges me for what I drive? But it was always a big thing, but I've now gotten to the point where now I just appreciate the things that I've been able to achieve on on my own.
That's important.
So there's that.
That's important.
So yeah, so that was a big insecurity for me, but I've worked through it, and I'm here for my actual life now.
Oh, I guess it's my turn. Oh wow, okay. My personal business, but it's fine. One of my biggest insecurities is, am I woman enough? So is there a level of femininity that I need to maintain at all times in order to keep up with my trans identity? And so a lot of times well, it's always just in my mind, am I woman enough? Funny story.
Oh.
I was at the grocery store picking up some groceries. Right. Went to Harris Teeter. Love it. Love it. Went to the freezer section and got distracted by the Talenti. They have a dairy-free option now called a sorbetto, and I was like, I'm gonna try it.
I like the name sorbetto.
Right. And as I was picking it up, one of the workers there was like, oh, I love Talenti. And the next lady, like an older lady. And I was like, yeah, I love it. They have this, I'm lactose, so I can't do a lot of dairy. So I was like, I don't want to be in pain. And so I'm really happy they have this sorbetto. And she was like, yeah, but ever since I started my change of life, all this sugar, I just feel like the Sahara is my body. We were just like in the aisle, and I was like, oh, okay. All right. I mean, that's
TMI.
right. I was like, I'm sorry that you're going through that. But my mother went through the same thing.
Yeah.
And I hope yours is faster than hers, because she was premenopausal for maybe like 2 years.
Oh, wow. Mm.
Yeah, so it was. So then she kept talking though about it, and then I was just like, I gotta go. Right. I was like, I'm gonna go and check out, and
I appreciate you.
I hope you do. So I ran away. The reason I went to the freezer section was to get broccoli, but she scared me off, and I did not even get the broccoli. Okay.
Got that Talenti though.
I did. I checked out. I'm walking out, and she's at the door. Now what was I wearing? I was wearing like a dress. I was just wearing like a little basic little dress, little comfy dress. This is my aesthetic now, so something a lot like this. And I think it was like pink. And I had my mask on or whatever. So she meets me at the exit. She was at the exit, and I was like, oh shit. And so she was like, so, are you done with your change? I was like, no. First of all, I have many years to go. Many years. Before I even have to worry about that. More importantly, how old do you think I am? Now I know I had a mask on and I had like shades on, so you couldn't really see my fingers, and I was wearing a bonnet, and it was like swooped to one side, like olden days, and it was just so happened to match. It was a magenta bonnet, and it matched my little pink outfit. I was very cute. Probably throwing auntie vibes. Well, probably nothing. I guess I was throwing for real auntie vibes. And so I was like, yo, but I was happy because I was like, oh, I'm serving fish today.
Yeah.
Because not only does she think I'm a woman, but she thinks I'm menopausal.
I'm a whole.
I'm a whole woman. But I was like, no, I don't have ovaries. And I kept going.
Okay, so I can't relate to that particular thing, but I could see where that could be a big issue, like knowing, am I fitting the bill, I guess you would say, of what I'm supposed to upkeep, but I feel like you're just you, and that's why I love you, and so I don't feel like you have to prove anything to anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know this.
Yeah.
But that's always like a
like a subconscious thing.
Yeah. It's
until it's like brought to the surface.
Right.
Oh.
So there we go. There's one.
We're all one down on our insecurities. Yeah. So one security down. All right, Cory, up for you now. I mean, up next you are.
Wow.
No. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Go ahead, Cory.
All right.
I like this can wine.
Am I crazy? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I constantly ask myself, I overthink, I'm a textbook overthinker, like, worst case scenario, like, to the point, I consider everyone's a little crazy, but, like, it's to the point to, like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, because that's crazy. And if I witnessed someone else do that, I would call them crazy. So, that's an insecurity of mine, like, do I not say anything, or do I constantly watch my actions because I think I'm crazy?
Okay.
Okay.
So, can you give us an example?
What kind of crazy? Are we
Yeah.
talking like stalker girlfriend crazy or psychopath?
Definitely. I mean, I'm not a
Kitty
psychopath.
cat.
Knife over
I'm
your
not on
head.
camera a psychopath, but
Not on camera.
I wouldn't admit that because legal reasons.
Correct.
But I don't know, just like, I mean, jealousy, which could be a whole nother. I mean, it's a whole nother insecurity in yourself. But like every little thing that someone does, like every little nuance, like movement, like that they do, watching it and paying attention to it, and then having that thought of like, are they cheating? And then like to the point to where like you have convinced yourself that they are cheating because they looked to the left.
So is it being crazy or is it being non-trustworthy, like non-trusting?
That's crazy.
I mean, I definitely.
Part, yeah,
But if you
that's
ask
part
me,
of it.
like I try, like
Trust and
Yeah, that's how you
like-
pop up at the office. I want you to understand that I will pop up at your office though. You pop up at the office, you got to call your homegirl, hey
We're
Shaquana.
just explaining why we're single.
Shaquana, you need to go over here. I
mean,
need you to go to this address and see if you see a red Toyota Camry.
License
License
plate,
plate.
WXY.
all I'm saying is pull up to my office because that's gonna be the most exciting part of my day. But
Alright, well I guess I get that.
I mean-
like I've had moments where I'm like, did I just do that?
right, you act.
You reflect on, you do it, and then you reflect on it, like maybe you're laying in bed, or you're in a different scenario, or you see it at someone else, or you're like, crap, I did that same thing.
Yeah, I mean, simple. Like you, like we're constantly judging people, and then
Yeah.
you do the same thing. and
I
it's
don't
like,
judge.
okay.
I do.
I mean,
Well,
we all do.
It's my job.
Other than Brock.
I'm a goddess. I'm supposed to judge you.
And I'm just a judger by association. So yeah, there we are. Okay.
I think that's a good one.
Valid
I like
craziness.
that one.
Yeah. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Do you know you're crazy?
I mean, I think like thinking of like the whole term of being insecure, like it's kind of got to do with that. Like you're convinced you're insecure about something, so like it's like a thought.
Oh, I follow it. I got it. Oh, it's me turn, right? Me. Another one of mine, I would say, would have to be, am I likable? I have a lot of like times where I just feel like people hang around me because they feel like they have to. In certain situations, and I get to this point where I'm like, do you really like me, or do you just hang out with me because you're benefiting from something that I can help you benefit from? You see what I'm saying? And like one example is like, you know, during like before quarantine stuff and all that, it was, you know, I had my team, I had stuff that I did, and like it was part of that was like, do we all just hang out because I'm your captain, or because you actually enjoy my company? I always had that like thought in the back of my head, and you know, it's always one of those times. But you know, it's shown true through quarantine who actually reaches out to you that previously did and whatnot, and it shows who actually liked you as a person and would check in on you. So I always have that in the back of my head. It's like, do you like me?
I mean, I feel that. Like, I'm the type of person that, like, it's hard for me to initiate plans because then I feel like you are accepting because you have to, like, or some, like, outside reasons versus if you invite me, like, I am 10,000 times more comfortable if you just invite me than me setting up anything because, again, I'm that textbook overthinker. I have to plan everything out, and then if we don't get there on time, if something doesn't go my way when I made the plans, then I just get agitated and I'm just annoyed.
Well, I'm also the invitee, not the inviter. So if I'm not invited to something, then I just don't go places.
Oh yeah.
But like,
yeah, I told y'all I don't know if it's a blessing, but I just don't have that affliction because I like the same way I pop up at your job. It's the same way I just pop up at your house. They say, girl, what you doing? Who are these people here?
well, so I fully.
Cory, you gotta try some.
I was waiting for that. I mean.
Oh, I thought we were done with him.
Wow.
Sorry.
We love you, Cory.
Whoopsie.
Well,
You poison.
you do.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Here goes the Lord.
I'll do it out of the can because there's like a little drop left. I'll do that.
There is not enough for you to even. That didn't even do anything for me.
It smells worse than the first one.
Gosh.
Oh
Oh.
wow, that was a lot.
Wow, and I did not spill. Look at me, y'all. Wow, I said y'all. Okay, we're getting drunk. So this one
Wait, is that your tell? Is that your tell? Is y'all your tell?
I start saying y'all.
Them southern draws. They come out.
Alright, so this is another house wine brand. You know, we had a house wine last week. It was a Chardonnay, and it was disgusting.
Oh, this one has a very
Disgusting.
interesting aroma.
So this was the original red blend. So let's give
It's
this a
almost
shot.
like grapes and butter.
Oh, I can smell the butter.
Yeah, it's almost like grapes and butter. Like
Oh, God, it reminds me of putting
This-
butter
I mean-
on white bread and eating.
yeah, with some like grape jelly. That's like grape jelly.
Okay,
taste.
I like me some bread and I like me some butter, and it does not smell like any of that. They fooling you.
We're not, but we don't lie.
I don't.
Right, here we
It
go.
smells worse than the first one. Maybe it'll taste better than it though. Nope, it's worse. I'm not even gonna go for a second taste of that because I felt that in my throat.
No, we
And your
do
throat.
second try.
Yeah, it's your throat. You got to say it. Throat.
I mean,
Throat.
it dried my throat out.
Throat.
What she said.
You really should just like take a little bit,
I like swishing. I get all that, but I can't do it.
give it some air, let it roll around your tongue, and then push it on your palate. You just push it on your palate, then just let it slide
Push it
down.
away.
Oh.
Or that.
Okay, so
All right.
I am definitely much more of a fan of this than the Chardonnay.
Of course she is.
I prefer red.
Oh wait, the Chardonnay version.
Right.
Okay, yeah, agreed.
Yeah, this is actually really good. It's a little smoky. There's a little plum in the back and some like maybe a cherry or something. Maybe like a cherry and there's a little oak in the front. I very well blended, very well balanced. I would take this. I would buy this.
I would buy this house wine versus the Chardonnay version.
Yeah.
Out of the 3 we've tried, or the 4 we've tried, I would probably take this one over the other ones. So
We only did 3. Here we go with another game.
It's a
yeah, we
cute
did 2
can.
last week, and
Oh.
we're doing 2 this week.
Oh.
It's 4.
It's
I
also
don't know.
imported and packaged in Walla Walla, Washington.
And what?
Walla Walla, Washington.
I thought you had a stutter for
Walla
it.
Walla.
Yes, Walla Walla, Washington.
I love that. Can we visit Walla Walla, Washington?
I
Because I would just love to be able
I
to.
ain't going.
I just want to say it.
I can't even pronounce the thing. I ain't going. I don't go nowhere that I can't pronounce.
It's almost like Gullah Gullah Island.
I ain't going there neither because I can't say
say it. That's the TV show.
Oh, that's another reason why I ain't going. I'm not going.